National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Carr now on first down. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Carr on the bootleg. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr, he'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Drive on the road, you get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
But the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Pushing his way through. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his his ability to break through and gain that yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Now he'll escape to and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Alley Cox. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Indy.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taylor taking it in from a try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Carr now on 1st down. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 44, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Carr. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points in 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave him acceptance.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will be brought down to Orlando. That's That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Isaiah Rodgers. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Colts. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
2nd and 4. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. Oh, nice move. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later, because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked them down in a hurry.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll try and run Taylor, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Carr going to throw. Drops this off to Richard. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's a 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Carr to throw. Back to Renfro again, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
lines up in Indianapolis.